hell is empty, and all the devils are here.
Welcome to another edition of the Devil's Library. This time it's just my dear friend Ligeia and I. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
You alright?
I'm okay, yes.
Good. Today we're going to take a small diversion from our usual Ligotti fare, and we're going to look at 3 different stories from Clive Barker's Books of Blood series of short stories. There's 6 compendiums of stories in all. I seem to recall they were released in books 1 to 3 first, and then a few years later 4 to 6. I think that's true. I'm not 100% sure. I've read them before. You haven't read them before. Is that right?
Yeah, you have the advantage here.
I do.
Very fair, very fair.
Yeah.
You, but yes, it's my first read.
Well, you've got the Ligotti advantage.
I've got, yes. Now it sounds more fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot.
And we're sticklers for fairness here. That's the most important thing.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, as we usually do, we chose 3 stories. Ligeia chose one, I chose one, and we chose one at random. What was your story, Ligeia? Which one did you choose?
So, I used my usual key. What name do I like here?
Right, fair enough.
So, it was the story's name is Hell's Event.
Okay.
Yay!
And I chose Jacqueline S., Her Will and Testament, which coincidentally comes immediately after Hell's Event in the series. And the random one we had was Revelations.
Yes.
Okay, should we start with Hell's Event?
Let's do it.
What did you think?
Yeah, so this story, the plot. Okay, I will set the scene.
Okay.
We're in London.
Yes.
I forgot if there was like a year mentioned. Maybe, probably. And there is a marathon going on.
Yeah.
Which is like a charity event. So we have few names here, like people who are actually running. And it's quite like a slowly burning start. A few pages, we just like have names and the commentators are saying something like who is where, who is first, and I don't know. So that part of the story was for me a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. And because it was the first one, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this book?
Did you think, oh no,
like,
what's
what are you reading?
Read?
Yes, because it's like, and it like even felt a little bit like older times.
Yeah.
I don't know, 50s, 60s. That's how I imagine it. I don't know if that was true. And, you know, like, okay, people run marathons, but is it really so much fun to watch it on TV or listen to a commentator? I don't know. It's not for me.
Yeah, people do, don't they?
I know they do. So we follow this, and I was looking forward to see where we are going with this. And then it happened. So basically, this one runner...
Maybe we should tell our listeners why the race is important from a kind of like theological...
Yeah. Okay, so we jump straight there. So Barker uses this sporting event, which is sort of like an ordinary thing. It's nothing that unusual. People do this all the time, you know. And he uses this event to present a really huge, like, extraordinary battle that is going on underneath the whole thing. So what that means is there is a runner that is from hell. It's a demon. And the idea is that if this demon wins, then hell is gonna reign on Earth, or maybe in the universe, whatever that is. So it is kind of funny and unique and bizarre that he chooses such an ordinary thing. It's not a, you know, like...
No, it's not a Titanic war
Cthulhu,
in heaven.
whatever. It's like, ooh, it's like people running and like, commentators, and now we have some media people. There are taxis. There's just like normal London streets, normal day, people going around, and shops, and now we have this situation. You can help me with how it actually continues.
There's about 5 or 6 runners in this race, one of whom is a representative of hell.
Yes.
As Ligeia said, if the hell runner wins, it's hell ascends to the earthly plane, and that's it. If any of the other runners win, then things carry on as normal.
Yes.
But the sort of like mechanism by which Barker invokes the spirit of hell chasing the runners it's that kind of Lot's wife thing of if they look behind them, then they see hell after them and it kills them, basically. So they drop out one by one, basically, until there's only 3 left at the end. And then one of them dies on the line and the slowest one wins.
So there are really nice descriptions of the demon and the, like, as you mentioned when we spoke before this, there is this inspiration with Dante.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
And the description of that room, I'm not going to spoil it, but that was really interesting. But
yeah,
you know which room?
The frozen room.
The frozen
kind of like,
room.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I know it's kind of like a bit of a trope, the whole Dante and the Inferno and all that, and Pandemonium and all that. But I thought it was quite a nice, different take on the way it might work.
Yes.
Which was quite original. But I'm kind of sensing that maybe this story was not. You weren't the biggest fan of it.
No, it was interesting. As I'm saying, I might probably remember the idea of that being so funny, and I understand there was a lot of layers into that. Like, it's not a stupidly badly written thing. It's a well written piece of literature. It's a good story. It just didn't really grab me because there was nothing really scary. It was more satire style of, I don't know, dealing with this.
Well, I remember when we were talking about it, I think it was the other day we were talking about it, you and me, and you said you thought it was kind of like a kind of satirical look at the influence that politics can have on...
Yes, that's what I think. I don't know if you saw the same thing.
Yeah.
I was really trying to sit down afterwards and think, what was this about?
What was Barker saying with this?
Yes, and probably I didn't get the actual answer.
I think that's pretty close to the actual answer.
Yeah, why he chose this ordinary thing there must be something I'm missing. That's what I'm feeling. But I wasn't intrigued enough to go back and...
To really care.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I agree with you, to be honest. I mean, it's a fun little story. Makes you smile now and then. There's a couple of good turns of phrase in it.
Yeah.
But that's about it, really. At the end of the day, it's not one of his most memorable.
So I guess we can go to your story, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Your choice was much better. Maybe because you knew.
Yes, I mean, I had read it a long time ago. Satan.
Yeah. See,
it is one of my favourite stories in the whole collection, Jacqueline S. It's just so unique and dark, but also it's got this rich sensuality running all the way through it. It's a very sexually open story. It's basically the story of a woman who has reached end of her fucking patience with just about everything. When we join her in the story, she's just about to kill herself.
Yeah.
And she actually does make the attempt. She is found by her husband and stopped. She then goes to see a doctor. She then, after a couple of events happen to both the husband and the doctor, she decides to live her own life and sort of like goes off on her own way. So that's the basic sort of like introduction to the plot of this story. Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy this one more?
Oh, I absolutely love this one. I keep enjoying it because I'm still there. It's such and again, as we spoke before this, we found so many metaphors that can be used in other relationship situations that sometimes you talk about, and we started to use this as an example, like, oh, they are like this, I don't know who from this story.
Yeah.
And now it's like a shortcut to understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So that is also my thing.
Well, we do that a lot anyway with all the stories that we read, I think. You and I kind of do that quite a lot.
It means the story worked for me, maybe for us, I think, because if you can do that, you're actually keeping that story alive in your own world, and you're using it in so many ways. Like,
Yeah.
if you tell me now, like, oh, she was such a Jacqueline,
Yeah.
I would absolutely see that person like, ooh, okay, tell me more. So
So you had a theory. I know you're not particularly keen on the phrase, but you sort of like said to me with a bit of a not sure I like this look on your face. You used the phrase "feminine rage." Do you
yes,
sort of you're not quite 100% on board with that phrase? I take it.
I think it has become so overused, and therefore the meaning is not deep enough for me anymore.
Yeah.
It's like people using word psychopath or narcissist. It's like it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody is a narcissist. Everybody is a psychopath, and with this, like the female rage, it exists. It can be portrayed. I think it was, but I would like to come up with something that would describe it a little bit more sophisticated.
Yes, I think in terms of Jacqueline's story,
It feels rude. It feels rude to this story and how it was written and what the message is. It feels like I am taking it to this TikTok situation here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a female rage. But just to explain what happened to her, that she was saved.
yeah,
But like she was almost gone, and but then she was saved. So I understood like something happened at that moment. Probably she was dead for a while, and then she came back, and she had the supernatural. I will say it, supernatural
yeah,
ability, which was that she could, if she focused her mind and her will, she was able to actually manipulate the flesh, the bones, the bodies, the physical bodies of basically anybody, but we only saw males.
yeah. Yeah,
I don't
that's
think there
right.
was
I
any,
mean,
and there was no
no.
woman. So this is what, because she was so unhappy with her husband, and so it felt like something in her broke, like she was not even allowed to leave on her own terms, which I'm not saying is the correct thing to do. People, please stay here. Don't go. But in this story, it felt like even that was taken from her. Like the
Yeah.
control was absolutely absolute. So the rage came in this way, like, fuck, okay, let's watch now. I'm done.
The husband and these other men were massive dicks, basically. It is hard to have any kind of like sympathy for their fate, really. I mean, obviously, you don't kill people, but
Yeah, but it was so grotesque that it wasn't really bothering me because it became just interesting.
yeah.
It was an allegory.
There's this great line that after the first death, she kills her husband by basically folding him up and turns him into what she calls a suitcase. And then she reels off this line that she's like, "This can't be my husband. He's never been as tidy as that." Which I
Yeah,
thought was a fantastic line. It really made me laugh.
it made me also laugh. It was like horrifying. It was
Yeah.
well written. The description of like how it was happening to his body was kind of gross. And then he comes up with this line, like, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
We have everything there. It's horror, it's body horror, it's gross, but it's also psychologically really deep. And then he comes up with these little moments of really like dark fucking humor.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah,
Really
me
do.
too,
That's
me
my
too.
favorite combination.
So I said at the start when we started talking about this particular story that there was a sensuality to it, and that really sort of like was introduced with the character of Oliver Vassie, who, I'm sorry, I just adored the man. I thought he was wonderful in all ways.
I love him. Why do you? Why do you adore him?
He was just so good. So after Jacqueline kills her husband and after Jacqueline kills this doctor, she goes out into the world and she takes a series of lovers. And one of them is Oliver Vassie. And he is utterly obsessed with Jacqueline in all ways. But it's never creepy. It's never stalkery. It's never... And he just respects her so much. He's the only one throughout the whole story who calls her by her actual name, Jacqueline. He doesn't shorten it. She's not Jay. She's not Jackie. She's not Jack.
Which the other men did. Yeah.
And she didn't like,
Yeah.
and she said she didn't like. But he was the only one who did it, and he never had to be told or reminded. He just did it. I got a couple of quotes. So this is Oliver talking about Jacqueline. I had never met a more enchanting woman. It was none of my business how she'd lived with Ben, what the marriage had been like, etc., etc. That was her history. I was happy to live in the present and let the past die its own death. Which is just, it's so good because it's just kind of like him saying, whatever.
Yeah,
Past is the
I'm not
past.
judging you. I don't need to know. It's important for me that you are here now, and I'm
Yeah.
ready to love you.
And his kind of like testimony in this short story really introduced the sensuality that between him and Jacqueline.
What do you mean by that?
There was that, I remember you telling me when we talked about this before we started recording, there's that bit when she's asleep.
Like the first moment he realized that something is not completely right.
Yeah.
Like, she was sleeping and he was, I don't remember if he couldn't sleep or he just wanted to be awake and watch her sleep, which is a little bit creepy to me. But anyway,
It's a bit creepy, yeah.
Okay, but he was a good guy, so I understood that this is just him being just so happy and just enjoying that moment of like, oh, I have this beautiful woman and she's here, she's sleeping. And as he was looking at her face, lovingly thinking about her face, like, oh, she's mine, she's here. He started to see something was happening under her skin, like some movements, which really made me feel really sick because I don't know how he described it, but it was like almost like insects, something crawling. So basically he was like, yeah, I saw that. And he was surprised, but he didn't even question her.
No. Through that whole passage, though, which was grotesquely written by Barker, Oliver's concern was that his beloved was having a nightmare and she was upset. That was the thing that he was primarily concerned about. Which was lovely.
So sweet.
Yeah.
And that was the sad thing because we know how the story ends and how nothing good is coming out of this thing.
No. So, and there's that bit shortly after that when she reveals her powers to him and she sort of like, she plucks out individual hairs from his head. But it's described so sensuously, the way that she sort of like, her hold over her own power is so good she can like reach into his head and just pluck out individual hairs one by one.
Yeah. Terrifying.
Terrifying, but I don't know. Maybe erotic is the wrong word, but it was, somehow it almost was. The way Barker wrote it,
It was.
From Vassie's perspective.
Yeah, it was. It was. There were moments where openly I could see that was the aim. I thought. Maybe I'm just seeing it everywhere. That's possible. Because if you remember the first folded man or what like mangled man was the doctor.
Yes. Yeah.
That was really interesting because that was the first moment where we were like, what is she doing? And he was disrespectful towards like what a body of a woman does and the problems that.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah.
It was awful. And she was thinking like, okay, so like what am I going to do to you? So she actually was changing him into a woman.
That's right.
In a really grotesque, horrible way.
Yeah.
Well, he died, obviously, but like she was like, I'm going to make you, like you will have breasts. So I think his back like was broken or something and his legs were falling or opening or something.
Yeah, she gave him a really thin waist to the point that his spine and his hips.
Yeah, and he was still alive.
And he's alive through all this. Yeah.
So that was exactly what I'm trying to name that female rage. Like, so you are talking like this about, you are not a female person. You don't know. You are a doctor. You learned something, but you don't know. So if I am a woman and I'm telling you this about my body that I actually am in, and you disrespect that?
Oh, he was incredibly patronising. He really was.
Absolutely awful. So that actually made me happy, what she did to him. Am I a horrible person? No.
Not at all. I mean, that's like I said earlier, it's very difficult to have sympathy for any of these things, really.
Yeah.
They were all terrible people.
And she never hurt Oliver.
No, not once.
So she was not just like blindly hating
No.
all men, just the real
No,
assholes.
which I think is like when you said it's not quite. It is anger, but it's not quite that sort of stereotypical feminine rage, because it wasn't ever indiscriminate. It wasn't ever a kind of like lashing out. But poor, I mean, this relationship, this beautiful relationship, was entirely one-sided. At the time, anyway, and couldn't last. Jacqueline wanted to learn to have power over her own power. So she left Oliver and took up with a rich billionaire type CEO type person, Titus Pennifer, because she thought he knows how to wield power, even if it's not the same sort of power. He can teach me how to do that. And he did. And it turned out that one of his employees, a guy called Lyndon, was blackmailing him because he was married, and Titus and Jacqueline were fucking. Sorry, they had an affair of the heart. Is that better?
Just the way you said it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, they were.
They were, yeah. I don't think there was any feeling in it.
There was a little bit of fuckage there.
There was, yeah. So Jacqueline ends up mangling both of them too. And then she kind of like disappears from the story in the first person. And we go back to Oliver, and he's searching for Jack, and he's getting increasingly desperate because he can't find her.
Yes.
Then he he hears a rumour that she might be in Amsterdam,
where she decides to become a prostitute of sorts. And so he knows, and he wants to find her. So he's like walking and looking into these windows with these women advertising their bodies, and he's deciding, what am I doing? And he can't walk and have sex with these people there. He just wants her. So it's really sad, but also I love him so much more.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a part of the story. It could. But he didn't. He's like, it's nothing. No.
I think from his point of view, it would have been like cheating on her.
Of course.
In a strange way. Yeah.
Well, it would be.
Yeah. Yeah. He was so... I mean, they weren't married, but he was absolutely wedded to her in every way that matters. She didn't feel the same, but he definitely did.
Yeah.
And I think he would have felt that doing that with going to use the sex worker would have been...
Yeah, he was not interested. So he finally finds her. She was in like a weird house.
Very Ligottian setting.
Very hidden in like a silent, tiny little street. It was not between these lights of other sex businesses, but she was somewhere else. So that was really nice how we went to this darkness, and there was this door, and he learns that she is there in one room. And so he is told he needs to bring all his possession, or like he needs to sell everything and bring all the money. And only then he will be allowed in to be with her, and he will never leave. I think he's told.
Yes, yeah.
He's told he will never leave. And this was a lie, because she actually wanted him to be allowed in without any problems. But this happens, so he does it. He doesn't even think. He wants to go in, and because I think he feels like, I'm gonna die anyway without her. I don't want to be without her. So whatever, we'll sell it, and I will go in, and at least I will die with her.
I mean, it's interesting to me. We talked about Bloom in a different episode, and we all that was all four of us. That was you, me, Pike, and Lithos, and we all said that the kind of like the obsessive nature of Roe was a bit kind of lukewarm. But just in this short story, Barker managed to generate 1 million times the kind of like level of obsession in Oliver. Then
that is exactly like you. I know that I think it was me and you. We were saying like, I wish the Bloom was a little bit longer so we could get some more depth. But as you can see, it's not only that. This story was short, and he was able to really bring so much depth into this relationship.
Yeah,
and the character of him.
I've got another quote from Oliver, which I just love this.
Okay.
She was liquid a boundless sea in a single body, a deluge in a small room, and I will gladly drown in her if she grants me the chance. And it's just so, you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
Oliver,
Okay, I
I
need a
feel you
break.
so much. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's also kind of so sad.
It is very sad. The whole story is sad.
Utterly, utterly obsessed with this woman.
Yeah.
But even then, if she grants me the chance, he's never, throughout the whole story, he's never forced himself on her at any
No.
point in any way. It's always been, if she lets me, if she wants me to, if she grants me the chance.
That
Do you
is so
think
true.
she loved him at the end?
I think she loved him all the time.
Do
That
you?
she was broken. Yeah.
Right.
I think maybe that was the reason why she was trying to learn how to use the power,
Right.
maybe control it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But she realized I can't connect with people. It's done. It's like she was
Yeah.
damaged. That's
She
what
was very damaged.
I thought that. It's maybe not true. I don't know. Maybe see you didn't see it like that. So Oh, no.
I didn't know. I think, well, I mean, we both know you're smarter than me at stuff like this, but I didn't pick up on the fact that she might have always loved Oliver. She was never horrible to him,
yeah.
and I think she kind of liked him quite a lot, but I don't know that it ever became love for her until but I do think she loved him at the end. And their kind of like mutual death scene was kind of like the glorious, dark, bloody, sensual climax of their relationship. When she takes both of their bodies and they just flow together to become one.
Yeah.
Why
I
is it
want
so-
that.
Why is it so hot?
It was fucking hot.
I mean, it's horrendous, but it's also really, really hot.
I mean, it was tragic, so obviously it's not a pretty romantic scene of roses and candles and drinking wine, but I think it actually describes the visuals of the tragic fucking love when you have no ways of saving it, having it, living it.
Yeah.
It's like I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. The
Yeah, it
ending.
was.
And it reminded me, I hope you will not hate me for this. It just now came
Okay.
here. The one, like the scene in the new Nosferatu when he is with her in bed, and
Yes.
I just saw it that way
Yeah.
because there is this like the image of looking
Yeah. Down.
from looking down at them. I thought that picture, it was not the same story, but that's how I saw it. Because how he was finally at peace,
Yeah.
both dead, but I don't know. It was gorgeous. I don't want that. I want just the hotness of that. Thank you very much. I want to still continue living, but
Yeah.
it was fucking hot.
It was. It was.
Hotter than the whole bloom, yes. Which I
Well,
was
yeah.
expecting to be a little bit more because it was a sapphic novella. So I thought, I will feel something. And this
The-
story did make me feel a lot.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, there was more emotion packed into this short story than
Yes.
more genuine emotion, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not fair to compare a writer to
well,
someone who's as good a writer as Clive Barker.
Of course, it's not, but I mean, we are not comparing it to, gain anything for anybody.
No.
It's just because it's fresh in my mind. I know this was a topic that we talked about.
Yeah.
I did, because I always have to come up with the sensual stuff. So yes. Yeah. Anything else? Huh?
No, I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Did you want to talk about anything else to do with that story?
I don't have anything.
No, my notes are done as well. Right, so the third story that we chose from the Books of Blood was Revelation. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
So I think this story was interesting. Still, the story about Jacqueline was my favorite
Yes,
out of these three. But this one was entertaining in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would, if I have to just say one sentence, I think it was interesting because the villains of the story were not the ghosts. We have ghosts and we have people in the story. And usually it's the ghosts that are the villains of the story. Like they are hunting places and they are being bad. They are, people are frightened. They are trying to escape. This is not that.
No.
So we have a few characters. I don't remember all the names. I will just say there is this married couple. It's Virginia. She's married to evangelist. Is it that like
Yeah.
a pastor? I'm not sure what the difference is. Like
I think it
something
was
like
one
a
of those American preachers who
television.
go around.
Yeah, preacher.
I'm not
very
quite sure what they
famous.
do. They sort of go from state to state
Yeah.
and sort of do
Yeah. They were
presentations or
actually on
something.
their way through the States.
Mm.
And so he was very famous and obsessed with this religious preaching.
Yeah.
And she traveled with him because they were actually showing this face of a good marriage. And of course, it was helping him to be more famous and seen as a good man, a family man, if you want.
Yeah.
And so they come, like they make this little stop for one night in a motel because Virginia is not feeling that great. So they stop, and there are other people with them. I forget. I think it's like
There's another guy, isn't there, who's
a
kind of
guy.
like their
I
driver.
can't remember his name for the.
Was it Earl, maybe?
Oh yeah, Earl.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
a weird name for me. It doesn't sound the same. Okay, that guy.
What does it sound like when you read it in your head?
No, it's Earl, but every time I say it, it sounds different. So it's
Right.
like, maybe not. Earl.
Okay.
It sounds like a noise you make, like you're upset, like a little cat, like Earl. Sorry, everybody. If your
sorry,
name is
any Earls.
Earl, I'm so sorry. It's a beautiful name. It's just me being me. Yeah. So this guy is also there, and anybody else? I don't think so. And so they stop here, and we see like introduction to this relationship they have. So he is a controlling bastard.
Mm.
He controls everything about Virginia. She can't take a pill. She is suffering with anxiety, probably other things. She can't sleep. She has insomnia. She's tired, and she snuggles in some pills.
Mm.
And she is thinking, okay, I'm taking these pills, but she can't do it in front of him because that would be like she doesn't have enough faith in God
Yeah.
because she's taking medication. Anyway, so yes, so they come here, and then we see another couple coming back, which is funny because these are ghosts.
Mm.
Buck and Sadie.
Sadie, yeah.
Yes, so they were married, but they both died 30 years ago, and they come back on this specific night because of what happened to them. So he was like a really bad husband, cheating, and she was unhappy with him, and blah blah. Yes, we can imagine. So one night she shot him dead. Bye bye,
Yeah.
Buck. Go to Bucksters. And so and then she didn't fight the police or whatever. She actually never said she was sorry. She was like, yes, I did it and I would do it again. Kill me. So she was executed. So they are both dead, and now they are ghosts, and they are still together. It's actually so funny.
Yeah.
That was a funny aspect of this. So they are coming back because this happened exactly 30 years ago.
Mm.
And for some reason, they want to go into this room where this other couple are. This whole story was like, where are we going with this? But I think what happens is this confusion that I'm now telling you, like, okay, we don't know what's happening. This confusion was so necessary to actually go to where we are going. Because you can see these two men were not good men.
No.
And so we are thinking, okay, so where are we? Sadie was probably pushed too far. So I'm not for murder or anything, but probably she was really suffering and she killed her husband. So she was a victim. Then he was also a victim. Nobody deserves to die like that. So that's a little bit of like conflicting situation. And now we can see this living couple, and they are still in a process of this. And I was starting to see, because the revelation after you can talk about why is this called a revelation. But for me, the revelation was that Virginia, in her state of mind, was actually seeing what's gonna happen, and there was this connection between Sadie and her, because she started seeing these ghosts. She could hear them, she could see them, and that was where it started to be really, really interesting for me. Where is this going? And I will speak you now, because it feels like I'm here alone. Hello, are you here? Hi.
Sorry. I think there was a deliberately drawn parallel between how Sadie reacted in the past and how Virginia was probably destined to react. I think if the situation had gone on, she would have shot her husband dead.
Well, she did.
No, but I mean deliberately, kind of like, sort of in the same way that Sadie shot, what was his name? Buck, was it?
Buck. I don't know what that name is. Buck? Buck?
Yeah, Buck, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's not common. I don't think you're going to find many British people with the name Buck. It's very American. So there's definitely a parallel between what happened to Sadie in the past and what's happening to Virginia.
Yes.
I think one of the interesting things to me was the kind of like the similarity between this story and Jacqueline S. All the male characters in those stories are basically, with the exception of Earl and Oliver Vassy in the Jacqueline S. story, are basically dickheads.
Oh yeah.
Not good people.
Yeah, true.
Clive Barker puts a distinct emphasis on empathizing and sympathizing with his female characters that he creates. But I think the interesting thing it was interesting, the progression of the kind of like abuse between, was it John, the name of
John, yes.
the preacher, yeah,
John
and Virginia. But I found that kind of like sub story, the kind of secondary story of Sadie and Buck, fascinating, because it was said that they had been sent back to discover what had gone wrong in their marriage, to the point where Sadie felt she had no choice but to kill Buck.
Yeah, but did you understand why? What were they hoping for? Why were they going back? Maybe for her to feel sorry, to say sorry. I didn't understand why this was happening. To celebrate how she killed him? I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't very clear, but I think whatever the intended purpose was, Sadie was quite happy to go through with it. But I think Buck just saw it as another chance to bang his dead wife.
Oh, we didn't get to that point. Yes, she was like, okay, we can do that, but he was actually trying to rape her.
Yeah, and then later again with Virginia.
Oh yeah, that was, and she took some pills, right? She took some pills.
She took some pills, and she was kind of like suddenly presented with the idea that she could see these dead people.
Yeah, she thought,
and it was just like what the fuck is going on? What's happening to me?
Yeah. Oh, well, obviously, this ghost old person was raping her and holding her, and she couldn't move. And I think she was staring at something, and she was like, okay, I don't actually want that to be there.
I did enjoy it a lot more than Hell's Event. But I didn't enjoy it as much as Jacqueline S.
Jacqueline was a surprise to me, because it was everything that I like. It was so dark. It was sensual in a really horrifying way. It was not like...
But he's good at that. That's what Clive Barker is good at, that finding that line between beautiful, sensual, and horrific.
Yeah, he's like the Cenobites. Like, the idea of that was like, if you just know the premise, you will go like, ooh, this sounds so freaking cool. Like, to have all your senses exaggerated, whatever, like, oh, pleasure forever. Yes, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And then you read the story and like, oh, maybe I don't want this.
Yeah.
Maybe, please no. So yeah, I see it's his signature. But this story was also kind of cute in a way, because it was horrible. It was horrible. There were 2 murders, 3. Did the Earl guy, did he die? I forgot now.
No, she missed him.
She missed him. And there was this whole little side story about him going to fuck that girl,
Oh yeah, what was her name? Was it Laura? I think
Laura
Laura
Ray,
May. May.
really something
Yeah.
weird. Hold on. Do you want that name? I have the
No, it's fine.
books. No, okay, good.
She's a very minor character.
Yes. Well, she is, but she's there. And I think it was there for a reason, but I can't really tell you what.
I think she was there to give us the history of the hotel. To sort of like,
Oh, that could be. You know what I thought, to like have this like them, her and Earl, who just met, and they
Yeah.
were okay. They're allowed to have sex, strangers.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, it's nothing wrong with that, and they were really nice to each other.
Mm.
So I thought we see these two couples who have been together for years and years, and they are just absolutely horrible to each other. And then we saw these two people who just met, and
Had a nice, healthy, consensual sexual encounter.
yeah, and then he was nice to her even after he got what he wanted.
Yeah, no, it
So
wasn't a
so
dick.
it was like he was a nice guy. Probably he wanted the way he was thinking in the story looked like this might have been going somewhere. He was like,
Mm.
I mean, probably maybe they would be dating and happy
Yeah,
together.
maybe.
I had a feeling that this she really wanted him. That was clear. And then
Oh yeah, she definitely
she
had a
asked
for him.
him. She asked him to
Yeah.
do what they did. So I don't know. Maybe also that. Maybe the history of the place. Maybe probably both.
When I say she was there to provide the history, I just meant from a kind of like storytelling perspective, you know, because
Yes.
she had all that memorabilia and
So what was the horror of the story?
the behaviour of the men. For the benefit of the listener, Ligeia just dropped her vape.
I dropped everything in my dignity. Okay, good. I'm here.
The horror was the behaviour of the two male characters, John the preacher and Buck the dead husband, because they were both foul people,
Yes.
really, with no real redeeming qualities at all. I think you're right. I mean, obviously you're right. You know, you don't fucking murder someone, but
Yeah.
it was very difficult to have any kind of sympathy for Buck at all. And it was even less easy to have any sympathy for the preacher.
Oh, couldn't stand him. You know, funny thing that was really bothering me. So there were three people in one room,
Mm.
or even if there was just like him and Virginia, and this bastard locks himself in the bathroom
Yeah.
to pray. I'm like, hello? Why
Yeah.
are you occupying the only room that can be locked? Can you go pray in the freaking parking lot?
He was
She
jerking
she
off to
couldn't take a
Jesus.
shower. She couldn't do anything. Like, what are you doing? He was kneeling on like between the toilet and the sink. I'm like, not sink.
Telling
What do you
you,
call it? Whatever.
he was in there jerking off for Jesus. That's what he was
That's what I was thinking.
doing.
Really, like
I mean, probably
revelations.
was.
Yes, yes. I don't know. I do like this because all three stories are proving to me that I'm gonna like the other stories in the books because there is this aspect that I always like, where the author has trust in the intelligence of the reader. There is not over explaining. We do get a space where we can just like think and analyze and make theories, and I don't know. I really like that. I hate when you get over explained.
Yeah, so do I. I don't like it at all. It's funny though, because like, you know, we did Bloom the other week,
Yes.
and one of the things I criticised about that was the fact that there was that subplot with the missing girls, and it just went nowhere and was dropped. And I found that annoying because I think there's a difference between deliberately not explaining something and leaving it up to the reader to make their own interpretation, and just forgetting about a key part of the story or a part of the story you think is going to be key.
Did you also think like maybe these parts of, we are going back to Bloom, but sometimes it is in a book, like you get these weird paragraphs that lead nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. Do you think it's probably like there was a thought that it will go somewhere, and then they were either lazy, they forgot, or it's just they forgot to take it out. I don't know.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make any other sense.
No, I think Pike said something about that as well at the time, and it's kind of like that thing with the Jessie character. It's like, okay, she gets
Jessie,
mentioned,
yes.
and then Ro goes to see her at her school,
And that's
and
it.
then that's it. And it's like, well,
That's it, yes.
the story would not have been worse for her, the Jessie character, not being in it at all.
We did not need that.
No.
I don't know, just like to see how she was upset with Ro.
Right, yeah. We're doing the wrong episode.
Yes, okay, sorry people. Sorry
Go
everybody.
back and, if you're wondering what the hell we're talking about, go back and listen to our
Yes,
Bloom
please.
one.
This has not been an easy week for us, guys.
No, it
Forgive us.
hasn't.
We
It
will
has
get
not been an
better.
easy week.
We will get better. We are both a little bit all over the place.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if we do sound weird, it will get
That's
worse.
why. Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to ask what you think about the name of the story. Do you have any opinion?
I didn't really understand why, other than the fact that he, the preacher, was heavily into that particular chapter of the Bible. I didn't really... Sorry, book of the Bible, not chapter of the Bible. I didn't really understand why the story was called Revelations, unless it was the kind of like revelation in the sense that things happened which changed situations.
Well, yeah, what the word, what it means in English, I think it has been chosen because of that. I don't think John, we don't need to think like John. We think like the author of this story, I think. So I thought it's more symbolic. Like John thought the revelation is coming from God. So he was the chosen one to understand the words, and the more he was repeating them, the more he thought he's connected and he is something better, and he is the one who knows how to explain these words, and everybody else needs to listen to him.
Yeah.
And then Virginia had her own revelation. So,
Of course.
So I thought it's like he was playing with that word. And then Sadie had her own revelation about, like, okay, this bastard, we are dead, and he wants me to say sorry, but he goes and fucks a human being that is still alive. You know what? We are done. So everything was about the revelation of something. So I thought, am I right? Can this be true?
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. And dear listener, if you enjoy these podcasts in any way, then thank Ligeia, because she is intelligent and makes good points, and I just bumble around like a fucking idiot, missing the entire point of the story.
Did you say bumble around?
Me, yeah.
Bumble.
Yeah.
Bumblebee. I love that.
Bumbling about like an idiot. Yeah.
It is not true, people.
It is true. Right, so have we kind of like mined all the gold out of Revelations, do you think? Is there anything else we should need to say?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nice story. We will continue reading our beloved Ligotti and also these books.
Clive as well. Yeah. Okay, so we will do more Clive Barker, and we'll sort of like obviously we'll go back to Ligotti as well. And okay, until next time, Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.